Hello, type in your name. Good morning, Sierra. Is it still morning? Good morning, honey bunny. I know it's been a long time for me. I'm trying to turn it this way because I'm actually washing walls. How have you been? How have you been? It's been a minute for me. And I got a story to share. Y'all know I come home and I got a story, honey. Whew. Did you see me in my cute little yellow suit the other day? That's part of my story I'm going to share today. Okay. How's your decision process coming with moving to North Carolina? Can you hear me? Because I'm gonna be washing the walls as I talk to you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, and there's a story to go with that. And I said I was going to come live because things have been pretty quiet here. And plus, I went back to work. Listen, my building was shut down because somebody came up in the building who had COVID. And so we were shut down. And so I'm like, I don't want to go back up in that school. But anyway, I am washing down my walls. And this is Devin's old bedroom. And so he was supposed to be quarantining in here. But as you can see, the room is empty. Bed's stripped down. And I just came back upstairs because I put the linens in the wash. And I'm scrubbing down the walls. I got my plastic gloves on, my mask over there, but I can't take this mask. So just trying to make us go back on November 2nd. Well, our teachers are actually, everybody's supposed to be back in the building October 26th. Before school so far, I guess with staff coming in and out of the building have been shut down because tested positive. And the woman in my school, she's in the hospital. And so I took Deja to school with me 2 weeks in a row. So I'm just waiting to see if they tell us that we have to go for testing, but we haven't received any calls yet. But yeah, so, but I'm supposed to be going back to work. So I've been working from home. But one day I'll be back in the building. But yeah, so I'm going to talk. I'm going to see if anybody else comes in the room. And I'm going to share my story because y'all know I don't mind talking to y'all about my journey. That's what this channel is about. My adoption journey with my children. And so today I came up here to wash walls because my son, okay, I'm about to start the story. So, and whoever come in, they just going to have to catch up. So last Sunday, it was in the afternoon. Oh, wait, I got to get y'all caught up. So I think the last time I actually was on, I had put Devin out again, and he was living in the men's shelter downtown. And then I hadn't heard from Devin. And so within everything for me, what has taken place has been like a month, about a month. So he calls one day and he says, I found Lysol, y'all. Um, that he had moved to Arkansas and he was living in Arkansas with his boyfriend. And how long you been there? Let me turn this up so you guys can hear me. And I'm like, how long have you been there? He said he had been living in Arkansas 3 weeks before he rushed out to me to let me know where he was. So I'm like, are you working? He said, no, I'm looking for work. And who is this boyfriend? He met this boyfriend online and he moved to Arkansas with someone he met online. These kids is crazy. You hear me? So I'm like, you living with the boy? And mind you, I said, well, you have some mail here. So I said, give me the address and I'll send you the mail. And I did put it in the mail. But when he gave me the address, I was able to Google to see where my child was. Because listen, one, I know he was in Arkansas. Two, I don't know who this other person is. I just didn't know anything. So, honey, I Googled the address and it's an inn. They stand like in a little inn. So then I pan all around in the highway right there. I'm like, Lord have mercy. My child living in a motel down in Arkansas on the highway there. So yeah, I'm thinking about human trafficking, sex trafficking. I'm thinking about all these things. And so I'm like, okay, but he grown. These are his decisions. You're gonna have to live. See, I'm gonna have to live with this because he grown. So the next day after he called me, the young man, he his boyfriend called, and I think Devin was in the emergency room. And this had been his second time since he'd been there, and he was there 3 weeks prior to him calling me. And this was his second visit to the emergency room. I'm like, oh my God, is he taking his meds? What is he doing? But I'm going to tell y'all everything and what I think that took place. And that's it. So, and y'all watch me wash these walls. Because I'm watching the wall because he stayed here. He was only in this room 36 hours. So let me preface that. I'm going to be bouncing around because then y'all going to hear me have some outbursts like, mm. So he's in the hospital. The young man calls me. So the young man, I learned, is adopted as well. So when he called, his biological mother was on the phone. And she was like, I'm not with this relationship. They just met online. These kids just do whatever you want to do. Remember, I just said the biological mother because I'm going to get back to her because I didn't know. She just said the mother. I didn't know he was adopted because, I didn't know his story, but I done learned his story. And so Devin's in the emergency room. The young man is stressing out a little bit. He's like, Miss Harper, I don't know what's wrong with Devin. I'm like, has he been taking his meds? He was like, yeah. He just talked about his body is aching and he's so sore. I said, when you get in the room, have Devin call me. So I said, oh, when the doctor comes in, at least put me on the phone so I can hear what the doctor is saying to him in reference to what's going on. And so that's when he tells me, this is Devin's second time being in the hospital. 6 p.m. What? He's been in the hospital before? Okay, so the doctor comes in and they tell him there's nothing wrong with him. I'm like, he's been there twice already and he's complaining and they're saying there's nothing wrong with him. So I'm going to put a pin right there because I kind of realize what is going on with him. No, I'll have to put a pin. So he's on some extremely heavy meds. And you cannot just stop taking the medication because it sends your body out of whack. You have to wean yourself off that medication because it's just that strong. And mind you, he's on 3. He's on Abilify and Tuniv and Lexapro. And he just cold turkey stopped taking his meds. So when he's going to the hospital, he's telling them, oh, I'm taking my meds. So they're saying there's nothing wrong with him. See, because to them, there is nothing wrong with him. They do blood work. There's nothing wrong with him. But his mama, who done read up on side effects, no. Once you stop taking that medication and you don't wean yourself off, your body, you're achy. You don't know what's wrong with you. And he had all the symptoms. So when he started telling me that, I was like, oh, he's not taking his meds. And I know he's not taking his meds because his meds level him out. He don't want to be leveled out. He like being up there in the stratosphere. So anyhow, I was like, okay. So the little young man, he's like, oh, Miss Harper, oh no. Yeah. So the week prior, when I first found out that he was there, I sent Devin, I was going to send him $200. And my girlfriend was like, don't you send him that much money. Break it up and see what happens. Because I'm like, he's not working. He living up on this guy. They got to pay for that room. So I'm like, oh my God, let me just send some money so I at least can help the young man out. Still, you see how I still went straight into mommy mode, even though that sucker, so she said, don't send it $200, just send 50. So I sent 50 because I'm going to see what happens. And so I sent it I think MoneyGram sent it to the. I saw it with there was a Walgreens in close proximity because he doesn't have my son doesn't have cash yet because he done left here. His bank account is out of whack. So the bank was. We went through the drive through today, but and I don't even know if they'll let me do this, but I do want to make that account right. So I don't even know how I'm gonna do that because I know it's in overdraft. I don't even know how to make the account right because I took my name off the account. But just because he is leaving a mess in his tracks, like when you go to like have credit and all that stuff, he is jacking it up because his hospital bills. And I'm like, did you not use your insurance card? You ain't have to say that you live there. You know whatever. But child, one bill was over $21,000. That was one of the bills, $850 for for the ambulance. So he's went twice, and then it was like four other bills that came, and then so he's gone again. So I'm waiting for the other bills to come because it took a while for those to come. So I'm just waiting, and so now he's accumulating medical bills. That's gonna go on his credit report. He left his account is overdrafted at the credit union, which I do want to make right for him. At least he can open up a bank account if he find a job. Child, he is leaving carnage in his way. I'm like, look at this boy. He just messing himself up. Anywho, so I sent the $50 the first week. And then when he was in the hospital, the young man said, Miss Harper, you know the money that you sent. Devin took it and bought hair. Y'all hear me, right? He went and bought hair. So he went and bought him some weed to put in his hair as opposed to buying some doggone food so they can eat. Or, if you can buy some food to help y'all out, then put the boy is using up all his money to pay for the room. So I'm like, he bought hair? He said, yeah. He went and bought hair and fingernails. Because see, that's what's most important to him, as opposed to saying, okay, let me get us some food. Since this boy going to work every day and I'm living up off him, let me do right in this money my mother sent. But yeah, so the day he was in the hospital and he called and the young man told me what Devin did, I cashed out the young man $60. I was like, take this and go buy some food. If y'all need food, whatever, I'm just so sorry. Devin is not helping out. I don't know why he's not working, blah, blah, blah. That ain't my issue, but here. So that was that week. Because all this has just taken place within a matter, like I said, of a month. So the next week, after he gets out the hospital, I get a text. Can you send $40? Can you? No. Can you? Yeah. Can you? No. Can you send us money so we can get some pizza? What? No, I'm not doing that. So then the young man, his friend, his boyfriend, he was like, Miss Harper, ma'am, because he's very respectful, young man, very respectful, ma'am. Do you think you can send us? Now it wasn't 40, it was 20, so we can get some pizza. I said I cannot. Goodbye, because I just gave you $60 on Monday, and here's Saturday, and you need money for pizza. Didn't I give you $60 and tell y'all to go buy some food? $60 for two people in a room, and you got a hot plate, and all these men, y'all got groceries for 2 weeks. Don't you play with me? Nah, I'm not paying for y'all getting hub and whatever else delivered. No, I can't do that. So that was that. I'm getting to Sunday, but I just had to give you a backstory. So I got stuff coming down my poor computer. Honey, the next week, because like I said, it's been a month since I'm known. So we had week three. Week three. I didn't tell anybody because everybody was like, don't send him no more money. I just sent $50 to his friend. I put it on the cash. I didn't even tell him I was doing it. I just sent it there. And then my child called and he was like, how you doing? And I knew, but he's still too prideful to just say, Mommy, thank you. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. No thank yous. Even the first time I said, you didn't even say thank you to me. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Nigga. So here we come to Sunday. Sunday afternoon, I received a phone call from the boyfriend. And this is Miss Harper. I just can't take it no more. Ah! You know my story then, huh? Exactly. Exactly, dear. Exactly. That's the least you can say. It's just thank you, mommy. Because you really don't have to do anything for me. Because one, I'm an adult. Two, I've given you my ass to kiss more than once. And the fact that you want to be kind to me and send me something, thank you, mommy. I don't even get that. So the boy saying he was getting up to get ready to go to church, and Devin was hindering him from going to church. And I don't even know why he acted like that. And going on about, Devin hindering him from going to church. Okay. So he said, when I got to church, I just start crying. Oh, I'm so happy that the Lord came in. And I'm leaving them. I'm leaving. I'm going back home. I'm like, you know what? I commend you for that. I'm not even gonna hey. You don't found the Lord and you gotta walk with him and you feel convicted and you feel like, okay, so like what's gonna happen with Devin? So he calls me back, and Devin is going off in the background. No, you don't be doing this to me. This is not love. And you see, I'm doing body. This ain't what love does. This is not what love does. I can't believe you doing this to me. And honey, my child was carrying. Oh, you hear me? I was like, listen, you need to calm down and figure out what your plan is, brother. But this boy, mama, adopted mother, and father was at the hotel. They packing him up because he said he done found the Lord. And she got on the phone. Hello, I've been wanting to talk to you. See, because the thing is, what kind of mother he got that this child done left? Oh no, honey. This his journey. You ain't gonna put that on me because I have done right by that sucker. And we are, what she say? We church going folks. And I was like, that grew up in church and we baptized. So what you saying? I grew up PW. What you saying to me? She's like, oh, you ain't saying nothing to me. But these kids gonna do whatever they want to do. They grown. And both of them just graduated. Both of them 19. And so then she went to, oh yeah. I said, so I'm his adopted mother as well, but I've had him since he was 3 weeks. She was like, oh, yeah. So whatever your thoughts are, Devin is your own man, okay? She was like, well, I raised his mother, the boyfriend mother, and she adopted her, and then she raised him. And I'm like, oh, okay. And you know, I didn't raise him like this, and it's an abomination, honey. You can say that story for somebody else because it's not my call to say if they gonna be straight, gay, whatever. Listen, that ain't my story, and I'm not even gonna feed into what you're saying. I get it. You heard the boy gay, so what? Life goes on. Anyway, I we moving Jerome back home. We so happy, because this ain't the way to raise Jerome. Oh, I'm sorry. I done said the boy name. I didn't mean to say the boy. That leaves like, so what happens to my child because he ain't got no money? He has no job. He's staying in that room with him, living up on him. So in the midst of my child, because he had to leave the room because he was just that irate. And he called me and I'm like, so what are you gonna do? Because you can't stay there because he's leaving going back home. I was like, you know what? You don't have to let love go right now. I need to figure out what's gonna happen with you. So let me tell you this. You should take your meds And when you calm down in the morning, call me back. I will buy you a ticket to wherever you want to go. But you need to come see because he was irrational. I couldn't talk to him. So there's no need of me trying to strategize, figure things out when he's irrational. I need for him to come down so I could talk to him. So he called me. I just want to say, I'm so sorry, mommy. I'm so sorry for everything I've ever done to you, for how I treated you. I never, you know why he repent? Because he needs somewhere to stay. He need me now. When he don't need me, fuck you, bitch. Right? But right now he need me. So, and so I'm saying, so where you want to go? I'll buy you a ticket. Mommy, I just want to come home. I'm just so tired, mommy. Mommy, please, I just want to come home. Okay. I hang up the phone. I book him a ticket on Amtrak to come back home. Yes, to come back home. His mama, who ain't shit. His mama, who we got a toxic relationship. We can't be together. His mama, yeah, that one. Bought him a ticket to come back home. Got the room ready. Like we got the room ready for him to come back home. So I got had mask in here. He still had clothes in the closet. Brought the clothes out and put it on the cubby. This the cubby right here where I had his laptop in. Had his stuff. Had I have, my little extra stuff. So I put some body wash, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, clean washcloth, clean towel. Told Deja she gonna have to use the bathroom downstairs because we need him to quarantine in this room for 14 days. So he's gonna be the only one using that bathroom. Put a big can of Lysol in the hallway. So if he's going back and forth, spray the hallway. Spray. Yeah, we're like, we ready. Okay. As he's on the train, when he boards the train, he was like, "Oh, come out, man! I made it to Chicago. I'm switching over." And I'm like, "Devin, you understand that your stuff has to stay on the back porch before I let that stuff come in the house because I don't know where you've been. I don't know where it's been, but you're not bringing nothing in my house. You're not bringing no friends here that jumped on board, honey." On his way here, he said, "Okay, that's fine. That's fine, mommy." So he got here about 11 o'clock Wednesday night. Because today's Saturday, right? Yeah. Wednesday night, he got here about 11 o'clock. So I made him strip down on the back porch. I had green garbage bags on the back. I mean, the big black ones. Put his stuff in, tied it up, put the suit luggage in, tied it up, stripped down everything he had on except for his underwear, put it in his bags, tied up. And so I think Dylan gave him his sweatpants. He put that on. I said, go upstairs, take a shower. And I had made sandwiches and some chips and water. I put it in a little grocery bag. And as he was going upstairs, I handed it to him. You take this with you upstairs. And every day, just leave your stuff out in front of the door. And that's how we're going to do this. So that, we don't get sick. We don't know where you've been. I don't know if you're sick. We just everybody wants to stay healthy, right? So Wednesday, they sent the email about our building was shut down because of COVID, because someone in the building was in the hospital. And I was like, oh, okay, I can't. So I'll be home. So I got up Thursday morning and I made some homemade waffles. So I bring stuff up here to him. And I was like, oh, and I asked him where his laptop was. He sold the laptop because he didn't have no money. So I have a small Chromebook downstairs. I brought it upstairs. Look, what the little Chromebook upstairs, what the multi-plug upstairs, got the little Chromebook upstairs. Hold on. Listen, we made it very comfortable for him to come back. Had my little list of our little services Netflix, Hulu, Disney, put everything on a little piece of paper, right? With the passcodes on it, the Wi-Fi. Good. He can quarantine in here, he'll be good. Huh? Let me tell y'all when the itch hit the fan. When y'all see me, if you on my Facebook page and you saw me in a yellow suit, I went outside to find his medicine because I'm like, oh no, he ain't gonna be up in here and not take meds. So I go in one bag, can't find it, tie that bag back up. Go in another bag, go in the suitcase. He brought some friends with him who have legs. I said, "Oh hell no." I got that medicine. I closed that bag back up and put it back in two green the big garbage cans and bags. And then she was like, "Throw it away, throw it all away, mommy. That stuff can't come in the house. Oh my god, don't." Yes, Sierra, living good. And so she's like, "No, we can't have that in here. We can't have that." So I'm like, okay. I called him on the phone. I FaceTimed him. I was like, "Listen, we got a problem. You brought some friends back with you, and so that stuff needs to go in the garbage because they can't come in here. You can do a deep cleaning. You ain't gonna throw my stuff away. That's my stuff. Oh, it ain't going there. That's all I have. You can listen. I get your diploma and your important papers like your social security card, your birth certificate, but that stuff can't come in this house because you brought some friends back with you, and they not coming in my house, honey." And the drama begins. You bitch. You think you know? Hold up. I was like, he's never been in here 11 hours yet. Wait a minute. Not even 12 hours. Come on now. Honey, he begins to cuss me to next year. Do you hear me? Cuss me up. One way, came down the other side. You gonna show me where it is. I said, if you step one foot out this room, keep going down the stairs because you ain't coming back in this house. You're not gonna be walking through here and we don't know where you've been and who you've been around. No, you're not gonna do that to us. Because when you leave this room, you're going out of this house. Cussing me out, but he stayed in this room. I was talking to him. He hung the phone on me. Oh, you gonna hang the phone up on me? Well, my little fat happy tail, you gonna open this door in my house. You don't get to talk to me like that. Them days is over because I ain't got to put up with you. Now you got one or two options. Either you allow me to throw that stuff in the garbage, or after your 13 more days of quarantining in this room, you can take that shit and you can go. You let me know how you want this to play out. Oh, you what? Ain't nobody talking about that. No. See, I know I should have came back here. I felt something on the train. I know I should have came back in this house. I knew you was gonna try this shit. And boom. Okay, so nobody's trying anything. I'm just saying to you, the stuff can't come in the house because you brought some friends. No, you're gonna make you. I need to see that because see, no, you lying. So basically, I was lying. No, son, I wasn't lying. I have a witness. She saw it too because I needed a witness to say, yeah, that is what we see crawling around up in here. No, son, there's something coming up in this house. And see, I know I look crazy in that suit because you got to realize, and the reason why I put that suit on is because if something was in that bag, if it got on me, I wanted to see it. So that big yellow suit will let you know, like, oh, it's something crawling on you. So that was the reason, because I had clothes on up under it, but I put it on so if something came out, I would be able to detect it before I walk back in my house and bring something in my house I don't want in here. Honey, he told me we can do some deep cleaning. You don't have to throw my stuff away. I was like, that stuff not coming in here. See, but what he doesn't realize, and see, when he's irrational, he can't. If I'm telling you I'm going to throw your stuff away, don't you think I'm going to make it good? Right? Like, I know you don't have anything if I throw it away. But guess what he was worried about? My hair is in there. He worried about that damn weed. That boy was worried about the weed for his hair. All that regalia. That's what he was worried about. Not the fact that he brought them suckers back. And you gotta think when he left here the last time, he went to live in a shelter downtown. So that stuff was at the shelter. That stuff was on the Greyhound going to Arkansas, in the motel where they've been living at, right? And then on the Amtrak coming back here. And now you think you're about to bring that stuff up in my house? No, that stuff's not coming in my house. One thing I pride myself, ain't no little crawly creatures up in here. I don't play that. So yes. So he lost his mind. So he was up here cussing, fuck her, she this, she that. I'm like, you don't have to stay here. You're not a prisoner. You can leave, but know that you ain't. See, because in the midst of him tripping, he realized, hold up, I don't have nowhere to go. So I'm back where I started. So he was talking all that crap. Pop, 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 pop. So I walk back downstairs. Phone rings. The boyfriend. Hi, Miss Harper. I'm so sorry Devin is disrespecting you the way he's doing. But you can send him on back to me. Hold the hell up. See, this game, I'm not playing with you nor him. Because do you know how much money you guys are wasting of my money? I just don't have money just to be wasting because you and him acting crazy. And so I said to him, I thought you said you found the Lord and you moved back home. Well, my mama kicked me out. His mama had done kicked him out. So last Sunday he left. I talked to him on Wednesday. His mama had already done kicked him back out. So now him and Devin talking. So of course, and as I told my daughter, I said it was inevitable that something was going to happen because Devin realized this boy is not back with his mother, and him and Devin talking, and so now Devin want to go back and be with him. But Devin got a good mama, and she got a lot of credit cards. Thank the Lord. It's a problem, but yeah, He's talking junk, and the boy said you can send him back. I said, let me tell you this. Devin coming back to you the way he left. He coming back with no job and no money. But know this, don't call me anymore in reference to my son. I'm not going to help neither one of you. Do you understand me? Yes, Miss Harper. I said, okay. I said, I have no ill will towards you. I'm not, Miss Harper, I'll send you the money. No, no, no. Because see, you're going to need that money to take care of you and Devin. Because right now, you taking care of Devin. I'm done with it. Honey, I came up the stairs and told him, you leaving tomorrow. And he said, good. I got on that thing and sent him back Greyhound. He left yesterday. I put him out yesterday morning. The taxi came to pick him up at 9:45. His train didn't leave to 2:50. I mean, the bus didn't leave to 2:50. I don't care. Get out. I cooked breakfast. I made him a little scrambled eggs and cheese with some meat and stuff cut all up in there. Made a nice little sandwich. And I said, you need to take a shower because the taxi coming to get you because you leaving. Printed out his tickets and he had 2 big bags. So I said, I'm giving you $20 cash for that other bag. Now, if you pocket that $20, one of them bags is not going because with his ticket, it came with 1 bag. So I need to pay for the other bag. See, I didn't even have to do that. When the taxi came, I walked out, gave the taxi driver $25. Here you go. So I done spent over $400 for some niggas who, I don't know. But he out of my house. Honey, he left yesterday. Thank the Lord. And I had a conversation with him. Hold on one second. I'm so sorry. The Lysol is making my allergies wrong. Okay, so he either is there or almost there back in Arkansas with the boyfriend. But I sat on the steps and I said to him, I said, I've been a good mom to you. You might not think so, but I have. But you're grown now. You're a man. I do not have to tolerate your foolishness any longer. You have cost me money for no apparent reason, and you're ungrateful. But when you leave here, know this, not unless you're dying, should you ring my phone. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Do not call me. I am done. The buck stops here. Not another penny will I send to help you. I will not exalt. I'm done. You got to be on your deathbed for me to come this time. So, you free, you grown. Oh, wait. Before he was leaving yesterday morning, yesterday was Friday, Thursday night, after I was all the kind of bitches and all that, he sends me a text, can I have some food? I said, you a trip, really? I said, you want the bitch to feed you? Oh, I wasn't calling you a bitch. Oh, yeah, you were. You was calling me all kinds of bitches. So now you want me to feed you. Oh, really? I can go there with you. I said, you ain't no prisoner. He was like, what? You're not a prisoner. You don't have to stay in here. You can get up out of here right now. See, but the bus terminal wasn't open, so he had to sleep in the street. He shut his mouth right on up. Eventually, I brought him up a little personal pizza. I said, this is the last meal you will be eating from this house. Enjoy it. Because in the morning, you out of here. So he had to sit all day at the bus terminal. I don't care as long as he was out of my house. So I don't know if he made it there. I don't, no. He might be there by now. He may be there. Don't know. But the long and the short of it is he gone for the final time. Because that was the straw that broke my back. I'm like, nope, I can't do this anymore. I had to release my son. Like, I wasn't even mad this time. Normally, like, I feel like such a knot in my stomach, and I just be like aching on the inside because I'm like, this my child. This my child. I keep putting my child out. This time, I felt nothing. I felt nothing with him coming in the door. I felt nothing when he walked out the door because I have no more connection to. I love him, but I don't have that motherly like protective. Even though he said, "Mommy, please, can I come home?" I let him come home, but Deja was like, "Please don't let him come in." She was like, "Mommy, you know what?" And even like the day he was on his way, she said, "Do you ever think that he'll appreciate what you do for him?" No, not at all. Because I think in his mind, I'm supposed to do those things for him. I'm like, I'm really not. I'm not doing anything for you now. You're grown. So now he is actually going to see what life is. Because I'm about to block his phone number. That's how serious I am about not unless he on his deathbed. Because he needs life to whoop his entire little scrawny ass because he's unappreciative, he is ungrateful, and he is disrespectful to the 100th power. I'm done. So now let's get on the other one, the little one. Little one, virtual school. Every week, the teacher's sending me emails. Now, here's the funny thing. I'm calling people asking them why their kid's not on. My own damn kid ain't even on. The teacher was like, I haven't seen him in a while. What? I left him when I walked out the door. He's sitting at the dining room table, not doing work, not logging in. I'm like, yo, really? This is who you are? So you're gonna get to the 11th grade and you just gonna bow out gracefully? All right, you better keep that. Oh, because he's working at McDonald's now. So he started working only so he can get him that new Xbox that's coming out. Because he knows his mother not buying it. So now he is messing up. I said, you can't be messing up and I work in the school and don't have a attendance counselor calling me talking about Miss Harper, you gonna have a court date because your son. I said, don't you do that to me. You have no reason not to. There is no reason. You own your own laptop. It ain't like you sharing with nobody. Everybody in this house had their own devices. You got laptop, tablet, and an iPhone, and you can't say what? For real, this is what we doing. So yesterday, his teacher sent me an email. I said, listen, I am at the point I'm allowed Dylan to crash into the wall. And that's where I'm at with him. See, I had to do this his 10th grade year. I had to let him crash into the wall. And when he saw I didn't care anymore, then he wanted to get himself together because he realized he was going to have to repeat the 10th grade. So here we are, virtual school, and he is like, whatever, I'm not going. Said, oh, school ain't over. Okay. So conversation this morning was, we have a youth house that's up the street. You want to go live there? You can go live in a youth house up the street, and then we don't have to deal with you no more. I just pay them to keep you. and you will do what they tell you to do, right? If they tell you to move, you're gonna move. They tell you you're gonna do that. Guess why? Because you don't have the freedom that you have here. So now it's up to you. Because I'm done. So he'll be 17 in February, and I'm like, and but when it comes to him in school, because it seemed like it is a struggle for him every year. Nope, up into the 8th grade, but ninth grade on, it seemed like it's a struggle for him in school. I know that it's peer pressure because he let his hair grow out and wear it all nappy like the boys. Because he said, when I wore that low haircut, they were popping me in my head. They was teasing me. They teased me the way I talk. They teased me that I'm so smart. So he done dumbed himself down so that he can fit in. I was like, them niggas ain't gonna be with you the rest of your life, boy. You messing up. You messing up like my dream I done had for you for college and moving on just because you can fit in with some kids. You're not even. If we move from here, you won't even see these kids no more. What are you doing? Can't tell them nothing. I said, okay, I'm gonna let you go too. I'm gonna let you crash right into that wall, and I'm serious. I'm gonna let him crash into the wall. So the girl is fine. She decided not to go to school. So she's studying to get a little driver's license. So she's excited about that. So I put her little paperwork in. She comes and volunteer at the school with me twice a week. And so we're gonna see what happens. She hasn't found her job yet, which I'm kind of glad because she's always the one to get sick first in my house. And she brings the germs in. So the fact that she's kind of been home, I'm not worried about the virus coming in my house because she in the house. But yeah, so she the only one. She the one I'm always worried about. She the only one acting like she got some sense right now. Them boys, I'm like, okay, that's where I'm at. So that's where I'm at. That's where the Harpers are right now. And I'm just like, wow, it is never a dull day around here. I'm just like be so happy when I get to the point that I just have a dog and me and the dog just be happy. These damn kids get going about their way. I'm like, shit. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That is my story with my children, and I guess we're gonna talk to y'all while y'all can hold down lights off because he's been in this room, and again, I don't know who he's been around, and no, get away from me. Get away from me, Joe. You can't even reach it. You want to say hello? That's like, well, dude, you can say hello. You talking to the YouTube? Oh, you're talking a real person. Say hi. Hi. Listen, Sierra, we went to the doctor today. Deja not even 5 feet. I want to feel it with her. Deja just knew she was 5'1". The lady was like, she's not even 5 feet. Oh, that thing tickled my soul. I was like, oh, Lord. She was like, no, she's not even 5 feet. That thing tickled my soul. Do you hear me? She said, hey, Deja. 5'1", please. Nothing to do with that. That's nature, honey. I've done as much nature nurture as I'm gonna do, but with the height, that's it. So that is our story. That's our journey. She said, "It's okay, baby." How many Phyllis was her in that doctor's office this morning? Sure, yes, yes. Is North Carolina still an option? My different story, honey. You don't have to share with the community. This is about our journey to adoption. About this video. I don't care. Yes, right. So you know my family and stuff. Oh, why would you say those things about him? Why would this time? I don't give a fly fig what nobody say. This is our journey. This is what it is. It ain't pretty. It's not sugar coated. It's not a bow on it. Damn it, this is what it is. And if you don't like it, that's listen. It's all part of our adoption journey. It is what it is. So don't call me. Don't say, oh, that's a shame. She put that up there. I don't want to hear none of that. None. Oh, nice. So you're looking at Charlotte, right? Yeah. I was serious about that thing. Yes. It was with the other sponges. Oh, she must not have heard me. So I guess I'm going to end this video now. Yep. I just have this half of the room to go, which is not much. I have this area to right there, and I'm done. And I will have, and I'm going to take some eucalyptus and water and spray it in the rug so it can kill anything that's in the rug. And I'm done disinfecting this room. And at this point, I am not unless we have some company come there. Oh, okay. Not unless and we don't have company like that. Um, well, I mean, some ain't no company. Someone got a key to the house. When somebody got a key to your house, they ain't company no more, right? So I'm just going to. I'm not even going to make the bed back up. Normally, I make the bed up. I keep the room like waiting for someone to come. But my dream and my goal is to get my farm, and so that's going to be happening um about mid to late. I mean, about early to mid 2012. What I said 2012, 2021. Yeah, yeah, I saw the numbers, but I saw them backwards. 2021. Like I said, I don't want any more than 3 acres. Oh, nice. The art district. I can see that for you. My sister's in Charlotte now, Ziara. She lives in Charlotte now. And I don't know what section she lived in. I didn't ask. But I know she lives in Charlotte. It does smell clean. It smells good in here, honey. This room smells so good. Some spider web. But oops, no. I had to clean because I just had to clean. And so when are you looking to leave? Next the end of next school year, summer June 2021. Did she say? All right, I'm logging off. Thank you guys for coming over for watching my craziness as I wash walls. Is it? Oh, that's right. You went back to school. That's right. Listen, that I'm not dealing with going back to school until I move. Because I want to study agriculture. Isn't that something? Yeah, I figured as much. June 2021. I want to go back to school, but I want to study agriculture. But I don't want to do that until I move because, like you said, school it takes a lot out of you, and I want to be engaged and focused. Because if I'm going to have a farm, I want to learn all the nuts and bolts. So I am going to get off this live. I'm going to finish up this room, and I have to go downstairs and put my next load in the wash, and I am done. And I have to do some flyers for work. So you guys Enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. Have a good one. Thanks for coming over and listening to me rant. Be blessed. Peace out.